my buddy Justin Howard is a member of that team. They have a homeless outreach and a mental health outreach. So they're out every day talking to these guys. I send them in for 30 days saying, look, if you need help, we're going to give you help and get you off the street, because at the end of these 30 days, they're coming through writing everyone tickets.
That's what Trump's been doing in D.C. and
Right.
other
He
places.
cleaned up the homeless encampment. I would give them 30 days to accept the help that we have to offer, whether it's through the homeless outreach, or if it's some of these private organizations that are helping homeless people, or you would have 30 days, and after that 30 days, we would drop the hammer. We would
Okay.
write tickets on it.
Okay.
If you're out begging for money, we'll write tickets, and we call Biloxi and say, if you drop anyone else off,
Yeah.
we're coming over there.
Okay. We'll set that down, huh?
All right.
Have you ever heard of a gentleman named Eric Bump Overstreet?
I have.
He's running an organization called Ryan's Refuge.
Right, I have.
Trying to help the homeless. He's out there now volunteering himself to be homeless for 30 more days to try to raise some funds for Ryan's Refuge. I've interviewed him a while back, and I'm going to interview him around Christmas time, see how the progress is coming. But I'm all behind helping the homeless, the people who want the help.
Want the help. Our vets.
Exactly.
They deserve it, because the mental illness, the PTSD is real. What the shock that they've gone through.
Right.
They deserve it.
Absolutely.
Women with children, you deserve it. But these guys who do this as a living. I live in Tillman's Corner, and there isn't a intersection in Tillman's Corner that does not have someone begging for money. I'm not married, but I wouldn't want my woman going to the grocery store at night, because some of these guys are off their rockers. Some of them are high. I wouldn't feel safe. And I hope whatever newly elected officials we have, or if some incumbents win, listen to the people who are saying we're tired of vagrancy. If we want the Mobile to prosper the way we say we do, then we do need paved streets, clean parks, safe streets from crime, and get rid of the vagrants. It looks horrible. You can't go to Bienville Square without somebody sleeping on the bench.
Wow.
You can't go to Cathedral Square, because that homeless shelter downtown, they have to put them out at 8 o'clock in the morning. And so they
15 place?
No, the other one, Salvation Army on Congress Street,
yeah.
the brand new facility.
Oh, wow.
They're not there during the day. They're supposed to go find work, but they aren't finding work. They're just sitting around, and they're getting in the way, and they're sleeping on the sidewalk, and it's embarrassing. We need to clean up our city, not just crime, but we also need to pick up. Mobile is a trashy city. We have a subculture of trash in the city. That people throw diapers out the window, and
I've seen that.
Yeah, and trash bags out the window. Pensacola has a culture of cleanliness.
Is that right?
They are very clean, and we have to adopt that culture here. We have to change our minds about how we view. I love my city. I love the port city, and I want it to be everything that everyone else. I've lived in Houston. I've lived in Montgomery. I've lived in Selma. I want Mobile to be better than any of those, and we can do it if we work together in unity.
John, why aren't you running for office? You sound like a real politician I could get behind and vote for.
Well, I'm grateful. The difference is I mean what I'm saying. I'm not a politician. But I almost ran.
Really?
I was very close to running this past February, March. I had a conversation with a few people that were saying, we want you to run. We got guys ready to write you checks. We are backing you up. We are ready for you to run. And I said, well, let me pray about it over the weekend. And he said, well, that's fair enough. And I prayed about it, and the Lord did not move my heart. I wanted to. I truly wanted to, because I believe I will win. I thought it wouldn't be a runoff. I thought I'd just win. But the Lord did not move my heart to run, so I did not. Obedience over sacrifice, so I did not run.
Okay.
But I had several people, and I even began calling and asking people, will you back me up, or will you endorse me? And several of them said yes. So I was close. I was very close.
Well, let me just say this, John. Even though you might not run for mayor, there's other congressional offices, Senate offices, governor. I mean, you might not run against Tuberville, Coach Tuberville, but there's other opportunities, man. With somebody with your talent and your mind and the way you're thinking.
Right. I'm flattered. Thank you.
I wish you all the luck.
Thank you, brother.
World,
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. I'm flattered that anyone would think I have the character for it, because I know I'm flattered because I don't see myself that way. I don't see myself as what everyone else sees me as. But I'm flattered. I was at the mall, the organization Men United Against Violence. We're working with the Kingdom Knights, and we're buying these 16 young men button downs, khaki, and we want them to look like men. We're getting haircuts. So Chris and Jennifer Levy were helping me shop, and we just stay out of Jennifer's way. By the way, when women start shopping, just show up and pay. But that's all I did. But this lady walked up to me and said, "Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you so much for what you're doing." And I get that a few times a week.
Really?
And I'm still not used to it.
That gratitude, it's got to touch your heart.
Every time it humbles me.
Yes.
It always humbles me because I don't think anyone's listening. And I don't think anybody wants to hear from me.
It's like what all you're doing is like wetting yourself in a wetsuit. You get a warm feeling, but nobody notices.
Right. I am flattered that people recognize. I guess being 6'4", 200 and something pounds. And
yeah, you kind of stand out.
I do stand out in this loud voice, But I am flattered that anyone thinks anything about what we're trying to do. That when I met you at the pizza place, and you said Mellow Mushroom, you said, "Hey man, I want you on my show." What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
And so those things just flatter me. I really am. But we're trying to do God's work. We are really Men United Against Violence. Our summer campaign is family, education, employment, and discipline.
Awesome.
Those are the foundations for a successful life.
Right.
Don't have children until you're married and can afford them. Graduate high school. Get a job that can provide for them, and have the discipline to do that every day.
Wow, where did we lose that?
It started in the 1960s. In the 1960s, 69, when welfare became prominent, 2 million Americans were on welfare. In 2021, 44 million Americans are on the welfare.
Wow, you've done your research.
Yes.
He's done his homework. He brought receipts.
I will never speak on something I'm not familiar with.
I respect that.
And that's what the welfare system did. It incentivized pay without work. When we cut grass as a kid.
Oh my God. You mentioned that on the podcast.
Right.
Oh, it brought back so many memories.
Right. Horrible memories. And we didn't have self-propelled motors.
No, we did not.
We had to push it. We were cutting grass on the side of on the hill like this, and Marcus and I, we would charge $10 a yard.
Uh-huh.
And we had a couple of yards that we go and maintain, and this one college, back in Hillsdale, there were a lot of college students. And I know this lady just hired us so we could have a job, because she never really needed her grass cut, but we earned every dollar we got. And it felt good, Pirate. It felt so good.
You made money, your own money.
We wanted to go work. We didn't wait. When we turned 16, Dad, will you take us to apply for a job application? Even when we worked to apply at McDonald's, we wore a tie and a dress shirt. We wanted to be presentable for our jobs.
What was your first job, John?
My first job was at cutting grass, but then my first paid job was a pot washer at the Mobile Country Club.
Is that right?
Yeah, the country club.
Wow.
I was a pot washer. Our friend Marcus and our friend Lavelle Wilson Jr. He'd been working there for a while. He was like a server. I think they used to call them waiters. Right.
Okay.
And then he got Marcus a job there doing the same job, and I replaced Marcus as a pot washer. And I say pot washing because I washed pots.
There you go.
And some of these pots I could stand up in. But that was my first job that I had, where I paid taxes and FICA.
Right.
Who was FICA? Why does he get so much of my money? But man, I learned a lot about humility. I learned a lot about discipline, showing up on time and washing those pots. Because what people don't understand in the restaurant business, they call it the front of the house and the back of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't get along.
Mm-hmm.
The kitchen staff
don't get along with the wait staff.
We dislike each other. And since I'm in the kitchen, the chefs are above the hierarchy, but we both hate the waiters. The chef might dislike me and I might dislike him, but we will unite against the waiter. And it was horrible. It was terrible. And I'll tell you what made us quit. Me, Marcus, and Lavelle had to work Sunday morning. And Sunday morning brunch at the country club 30 years ago was something. It was something at the Bananas Foster station. And oh, dude, it was wonderful. And they used to have chicken fingers. Those were oh man, they used to have chefs that could cook. Well, we came in Sunday morning at about 5 or 6, and we were in high school then, getting ready for the buffet. And the night shift didn't wash one plate or one pot. There was not a clean glass in the house. And so we
What
walked.
do you do?
We walked out.
Did you really?
We sure did. The three of us walked out.
We quit.
I quit. We did. We really did. That was the most disrespectful thing I experienced in my working career, that the night shift did nothing.
That ain't
But
right.
that was not right. That was my first job, and then I piddled around, and we got a job at Wells Fargo. Marcus went there as an ATM side. That's where we met Paul. I came on the armored side. And from there, I then worked for the Pritchard Police Department for 6 years, and I served at Selma PD, Montgomery County SO, and I've been with Mobile Police